Is there going to be a tsunami wave of foreclosures coming on the market? That's what we're talking about today, and we're starting right now. Hi there, what is up? I'm Kathy Williams with HomeBest Realty here in Orlando, Florida. And if you're interested in the Orlando lifestyle and all things real estate, then you might want to subscribe to my channel. That way you won't miss out on any upcoming videos. Well, with everything going on right now with the COVID-19 virus, people are starting to wonder if we might see a wave of foreclosures coming our way. With hotels, restaurants, airlines, all kinds of industries furloughing workers, people are starting to be able to not be able to make their payments. So people are wondering what's going to happen. Despite all this, there's quite a few reasons why we won't see a surge of new foreclosures coming on the market. And today I'm going to go through those reasons. Well, we did see in the previous recession a lot of foreclosures coming on the market. And there's quite a few reasons that the government, the lenders, and we the people learned from those mistakes. Well, to start off, the government has learned its lesson from the last time. In the previous recession, well, the government was very slow to respond to what was happening in our market. In this situation, the government has been very quick to pass bills that have helped homeowners, people in the workforce, and businesses. The Federal Housing Administration enacted an immediate moratorium on evictions and foreclosures for single-family homes. There's a lot of options with your lender as far as ways to work out payment plans for your loan. So you just need to reach out to your lender and find out what the best options are for you and your situation. That is the biggest lesson that I believe has come out of this situation, is that people are seeing that they need to pick up their phone and call the mortgage company. I remember back in the previous crash, people were saying, oh, don't call your mortgage company, just wait and let them call you. That was not good advice, but that's what was circulating around. And now people are saying, pick up the phone, call your mortgage company. There are many options out there. Also, homeowners have learned their lesson from the last time. So if you were a homeowner back then, you remember that everybody's homes went up in value so quickly in the early 2000s that people started using their home as an ATM. This was not a good idea. People were buying jet skis, people were buying second homes, people were paying off credit card debt, people were refinancing and putting all their debt from everything into their home to the point where their homes had zero equity. And then when the crash came along, well, we were overextended and there was nowhere to go. Our homes were completely underwater. So homeowners have learned from that. Now, about 37% of homeowners own their home free and clear in the United States. And that other 60 some odd percent have about 50% equity in their homes. So you can see homeowners are in a much better situation than they were back in 2007, 2008. Even if prices dip, which most economists do not think they will, then homeowners still have a lot of equity in their homes. So they're not going to walk away from their homes and let them just go into foreclosure. They're going to stick around. And so we won't see that huge tsunami wave of foreclosures that we saw back in 2007, 8, 9, around that era. Also, the government has stepped in to do quite a few things for small businesses, like the payroll assistance program and different grant options that are out there for businesses. There are some options that will help businesses that just weren't there back in the 2007, 2008. People just basically had no options. And so now there's a lot of options for businesses. Bottom line, these are not going to be easy times ahead, but the lessons that we've learned from the past will help us get through this. And the economists that I'm following are saying that the housing market is actually going to lead the way out of the recession. So this is great news for all homeowners, people also who are thinking of buying or selling. I know I talk to people all the time, buyers and sellers, homeowners, who are concerned about this. And really, you live in the payment of your home. So right now, the interest rates are super low. So if you are thinking of buying a home, it's still a great time. If you're thinking of putting your home on the market, it's still a seller's market because there's not enough inventory on the market and there's still a lot of buyers looking. If you own a home and you don't want to sell or buy, you can refinance because the interest rates are in the threes now, where people just couldn't get those rates back in the 2007s and 2008s. So again, it's going to be a rough road ahead. There's going to be some hard times, but the housing market is looking good, and I want you to feel confident in the future of the housing market. Thanks for watching, and of course, if you have any questions at all, please don't hesitate to reach out to me by phone, email, text. I'll be happy to go over any questions that you might have or concerns you might have about the housing market. Thanks again. Have a great day. Bye-bye now.